What's up, guys? This is Andy here. Sorry, it's been a little bit since I've made a video. Yeah, just kind of busy. I don't know, just been busy and not very focused the last week or so. So I am going to send that fingerboard out for you. I did not forget. I still have it. I completely forgot to send it out this week. You know who you're talking about, or who I'm talking about. And because I said I'd send it to you and I forgot to do so, I'm going to send you some extras, some cool stuff, a bunch of cool stuff, not just stickers. I will send you stickers, man. I got tons of stickers, but I'm going to throw you some extra wheels and trucks and a couple obstacles and all that stuff. Anyways, get to the point. 2 new setups. The one on the right is a Berlinwood. It's a Berlinwood wide. The classic wide, not the wide low. I'm not a big fan of the wide low. I do like low decks, just not the Berlinwood low. I prefer the classic, which is this. This is the flatface cyan deck, which I've had my eye on for quite some time now. It's brand new, just got it today. It's your close up. It's got the Black River wide trucks, the blue, and then my own Black River edition wheels, the M30s, which roll, you can't see that, they roll really beautifully, really nice wheels. These are pretty much all of the only wheels I use now is my own Black River wheels. I do not make them, I convert them to Black River. Basically, I widen the back of the wheel so they fit over the axle, and I put new bearings in, which is cool, so they roll really nice. These are not brand new wheels, they did come off another setup. I have other brand new blue wheels, but I figured the other setup I wasn't using, they look pretty much brand new, but I figured they matched really nice, the blue, and you can see the base on the Black River trucks are blue, and then also has, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, the TKY bushings and pivot cup. Like I said in the last video, when you order certain trucks, Black River wide trucks, 2 out of 3 of the color, or 3 out of 5 of the colors, sorry, come with the TKY bushings. So if you like mushy bushings, which I'm kind of a fan of, you know, they're not super responsive, but they're good if you like your setup loose. Order the white ones, which are these. The white base ones, 32s, only the 32s come like this. We're not talking about the regulars. The white base 32, the blues, and also the yellow base, which I don't have the yellow base. They all come with TKY bushings. The Super Silver Edition 32s and the black base come with the regular white bushings, which are these bushings here, which are the regular white ones, which are fine. They're more a medium bushing. They're a lot more responsive and springy, but they're not as mushy to say. So if you want the TKY bushings already and not have to spend the extra $8 for them, just order blue, white, or get the yellows, which are now back in stock on Flatface, and so is this deck. I think it was the first time I went on the Flatface site ever. I saw this deck and it was out of stock, and it's been out of stock forever, like most other Berlinwoods are. And I could not find this, and it was not on the Black River site, so once it was in stock, I had to get it. Really nice deck. Obviously came in the cool packaging, the Black River trucks, and the Berlinwood box, which you guys have all seen. I'll show you in a second. I'm not going to do an unboxing because I can't stand watching people take shit out of a box. But with this, you get the Black River tool, all the mounting hardware with the trucks, and the deck comes with, they both come with stickers, and it also comes with a sheet of rip tape, which is this. It's the Slim and Catchy engraved. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that or not. It's not showing up very well, but you guys can see it. Everybody's seen it. I don't like rip tape at all. Not at one bit do I like it. It's nice when you first get it, but once it wears in, I really don't like the feel of it. So what I use is the P-Rep tape. It's a lot cheaper. It's not as durable. It kind of wears out quicker, but for the price, you can't beat it. I have so much of it. I think I have like 100 sheets of it now, which is kind of ridiculous. They sent me a bunch of extras, which is really cool. But rip tape is good if it's your preference, but I put P-Rep tape on it. And also, you guys saw in the last video, my last Berlinwood, I also took the rip tape off and put P-Rep tape on. So overall, it's a really nice deck. It's a Berlinwood quality Black River trucks. My other new setup, as you can see, is one of my own custom decks. Like I said, I've been making my own decks and converting my own wheels. These wheels are Black River Edition wheels, but I have special cone-shaped washers to basically convert these tech deck trucks into a Black River style truck. You can see they fit tight on the axle, but the wheel is not rubbing on the axle. The washer is actually shaped like a cone, so the bearing is actually pressed in between that cone-shaped washer and the nut, so the wheel does not rub on the washer nor the hanger, which is really cool. These are tech deck longboard trucks, which work just as well as the Black River trucks. Honestly, there's not much of a difference between Black River trucks and these, besides the bushings and maybe a little weight difference. Black River trucks have the single axle, so they'll last longer, but they're super expensive. These tech deck longboard trucks, you can get them on eBay for, you have to buy the longboard, but anywhere from like $5 to $15 at the most. I got a whole bunch of them at once for really freaking cheap, and I still have some left over. I have them on like 5 of my setups now. Anyways, these are my own custom, I guess, UFO-shaped bushings. They've kind of been mushed down. Now they look just kind of like O-rings. I made them out of basically rubber stock or whatever, rubber tubing. Pretty responsive. Anyways, the deck, back to the deck. It is a 33mm deck, well, just under 33mm. This is a 32, and that's a 33. So you can see it's not as wide as a Berlinwood wide, extra wide. The Berlinwood extra wide is 33.3. This is just shy of, this is I think 32.8 or 32.9. It's just what it came out to after sanding it. It wasn't exactly perfect. But anyways, it is a wide deck, and you can see the trucks that are on there. The tech deck longboard trucks are not 32mm, they're actually 33. Just so you guys can see the width difference. The same wheels, so that won't make a difference. You can see there's an extra millimeter. Tech deck trucks are quite a bit longer, or wider, I guess a millimeter wider. They're about the same weight though. But if you don't want to use tech deck longboard trucks and you want to have a 33mm wide setup, buy flatface G4 wheels, because they are super wide and super big. So if you're riding like a Berlinwood 33mm, the 33.3, the deck will overhang the wide trucks. But if you get the flatface G4s, because they're considerably wider than most decks, you can see that from wheel to wheel, it's about 33mm, so pretty close. Or 33. So with the flatface G4s, because they stick out, they're pretty wide, they're pretty close to 33mm. So I recommend these wheels for any setup, even 29mm setup, but especially if you have a 33mm setup and you want to match the width, these are really nice. This is a 32mm setup and it works just fine. They're a little wider than the deck. They are a bigger wheel though. As you guys can see, they're taller and wider. Gives a different feeling, and they are the classic white D material. But back to this deck, I keep getting off topic. This deck, I would say, definitely has a medium concave and medium kicks. The rounding is different than a Berlinwood. I guess the nose is around the same. You can see the rounding is pretty similar on the nose, like the shape of a skateboard. The tail is shorter, like a Berlinwood is, but it comes to more of a point. The Berlinwood is more of a mellow rounding. This is more pointed on my custom decks. The reason for that is having that a little more pointed. It's a little more, it's all personal preference, like I said, but I can feel where the actual center of the tail is. Everybody knows that fingerboards for a while, when you're doing like kick flips and you're trying to do straight tricks, where you place your back finger is really going to make a big difference, because if you're kick flipping with your finger over here, it's going to turn one way, and this way, it'll turn this way. So you really got to keep your back finger centered to get a really even kick flip. Get it to flip really nicely. There's other ways around that, but I feel with having a little more pointed tail, it's just easier to find that center, and it allows me to be a little more precise. And it has a shorter wheelbase than a Berlinwood, as you can see. Not too much shorter, probably about a millimeter or so shorter wheelbase, and the overall deck is about a millimeter shorter. Actually no, it's pretty close. So it's around the same. It's wider. The tail's a little more pointy, and it has a little more concave to it. I like concave. I do like flat decks, and probably my favorite deck so far is the P-Rep Low, which I really do like. And out of all the decks I have, the wide trucks, my decks, this is the deck I use the most right here. That's why it's covered in stickers. But I do like decks with concaves for like bigger obstacles. It's pretty much what I made this for, which is really nice. It's got a lot of pop. That's because it's solid maple. There's no colored plies in this. It's 5 plies of solid maple, and then just some clear coat over it, just to give it a little bit of shine, and some stickers. Painted the trucks. It's got some wearing. Overall, you can just hear the pop on it, and I did not use just wood glue. I actually used a special glue mixture, which I'm not going to say. I don't want anybody stealing my good ideas. But this deck is super stiff. That's why it has so much pop. There's pretty much, I can't flex that at all compared to a Berlinwood, which I can flex a little bit. Berlinwoods are really nice, but this is stiffer, and it's also about how you press it. The veneers I used, the veneer sheets were a little thicker, which I liked. So this deck is pressed really hard, so it wasn't like it was done loose, but it's a little thicker than a Berlinwood. But it's about the same weight, just because Black River trucks are heavier. So they're pretty similar weight. The Black River setup, the Berlinwood is a little heavier. Overall, nice deck. I will be selling these decks. I will have different ply combinations. I have, you know, tons of different colored plies, and I will be putting graphics on the deck. And they are real wear graphics. That's going to cost more because I have to have a buddy do it for me. His dad owns a printing company, so it's not like I have the machining to do that in-house. But if you want like a printed on graphic that's just lacquered over, you know, it's going to be like $1 extra. But if you want a real wear graphic like a Berlinwood or one of the P-Rep Low decks, you can see the graphics. It's probably going to be about $15 more, just because it's not cheap for me to get it done. So like I said, blank decks are going to be 15 bucks shipped. Lacquered graphic decks will probably be like 16 bucks shipped. And then real wear graphic decks are going to be about 30 bucks shipped. And they are the graphics are put on the same way as a real skateboard. I'll show you guys that in another video. They wear just like a Berlinwood. They're not lacquered over the top of it, so they wear just like this. And someone was also asking me how long does it take to wear off the graphics of a Berlinwood, and it all really depends on the use. This has got moderate use on it, I guess. Not a lot. I've had this, I'd say low use. Sorry, I had to burp. I've had this for about 21 days exactly. And you can see it's starting to wear through the graphic. It's all starting to smear, but I'm finally getting through to the bottom ply. The bottom ply on this is black. That's why you're starting to see black specks. You can see the tail and the nose is starting to wear down too. And you can see all that black around the edge. That's just the graphic chipping off in the black bottom ply, which is really cool. And before I forget, this has a nice bottom ply and top ply too. The plies in this one go purple, yellow, red, yellow, purple. So this has got an awesome purple bottom ply. So when all these graphics wear off, it's going to be purple. And this one's got a really nice black bottom ply. That's something I really like about Berlinwood. Most other brands, I'll show you. Designed for dependable relief. Most other brands, this is a P-Rep. You can see this is a black bottom ply, but it's more of a gray, a really light faded black. When Berlinwood uses black plies, you really can't see it besides the tips. It's a solid black. You know, this is like a very mild light black, you know, and this is like a midnight black ply. So the black plies on the Berlinwoods are really nice, and I was glad I got a black ply. There's a lot of contrast when you start to wear off the graphics. This is an all white graphic with black underneath, so you're going to be able to see that wear, and it'll give it character. This one, like I said, I haven't even really used it. I did like a few no slides with it, and you can't even tell. I don't know how the contrast is going to look with the purple. It's not a dark purple. You're not really going to be able to see it. I should have made a video before I put the grip tape on. But it's got a really cool purple. It's not a dark purple or a light purple. It's like an in-between magenta. It's really nice, which is cool. Because when I get real wear graphics, like on a fingerboard, I want to be able to, when all the graphics are sort of worn off of it, I want a cool bottom ply. Kind because I'm not one of those people that's going to put board rails on it to protect the graphics. I think the worn out graphics give it character, you know, makes everyone unique because everybody does different tricks. It's pretty cool. So eventually when all the graphics wear off of this, which will take a long time because I don't use them that much, like I said, I use this deck. I've been killing it with this deck too. But I do use the Berlinwoods. This really just got for show at this point. But eventually will wear off all the graphics and I can show you guys. And it all depends on what kind of rail you're using. Like a metal rail, a waxed rail or a smooth rail, it's gonna take forever. But the little use that I've been using this on has been on like a granite brick ledge kind of thing. You guys have seen it. So that's pretty much it. And I know somebody's going to ask what kind of stickers it came with, because everybody sees that, and I really can't tell you. But like I said, I have a pile full of stickers here that came with a couple of the setups I have. As you can see, more Black River trucks. These are the classics, the 29s, which honestly, I prefer the smaller Black River trucks. Like I said, these are my first set of Black River trucks I ever had. They're the classic 29mm. They're not wides. It is on a wide deck. You know, this is the 32mm deck and basically 30mm trucks. But I prefer these over the wides. Let me get this closer. As you can see, there's the difference. That's the width difference between a wide truck and then 29mm Black River trucks. They're the same exact thing. Obviously the bushings are different because these have the TKY, but just the size, that's it. And there's not too much of a weight difference between them. You know, these are heavier, but not that much heavier. But like I said, I like the narrower trucks, so I use this one more. I also have an extra set that's going to go on one of my other decks. The red ones, which I did use for a little bit, and you might have seen it in the video, but I took them off the deck. They're going on one of my new decks that I made. I just haven't got around to putting them on yet. And that one's empty. Both of these are empty, and I have another set of wides that I've never opened. They're super silvers. Never used. But I like to keep the boxes kind of weird like that. In case I ever trade, I have all the original stuff. That's the box they came in. Like I said, these are just a bunch of stickers. There's like a pile of them, literally. You know, you can see that's a pretty thick pile of all sorts of stickers. Flatface, you know. Oh, this is my favorite one. I don't know if you guys have seen this one yet. I've never seen this one. I know he made this sticker because everybody requests extra stickers in their order. I know that. Everybody loves stickers. So I know in that comment section when you check out, everybody probably asks for extra stickers. I could only fucking imagine. So I just think this is funny. It's an actual sticker. It's got all the mini little flat-face cyan logos on the bottom, and it just says extra stickers. At first I thought it was like a business card, but it's an actual sticker, and I've never seen this one before. Also came with the mini Berlinwoods, some of the Black River ones. A couple of these are new. More of the fingerboarding ruined my life and the signed. He sent me 4 of the mini vinyls with it too. And all I ordered is I had the wheels was the Berlinwood and the Black River truck, so he gave me a lot of stickers just for that. All these little ones are new. There's 3 of these gold skull and crossbones. I think there was like 3 or 4 of these flat face ones, or the actual green flat face. And then the mini cyan logos. This one, which I've never got before, is the J. Linehan. This is the Flea graphic. This is the same graphic that's on the Berlinwood Flea deck, the J deck, which is cool. I'm not actually a big fan of the graphic. I think it's kind of weird. Nothing against him. He's a great artist, and I like most of his other stuff. I just think this is kind of weird, but it is a cool sticker. Also one of the big classic stickers. These all came with it. I got 2 of the Black River Bigs, 1 of the Berlinwoods. No, that one came in the last one. Got this one too. This one. And the sticker sheet and another flea graphic. And the rest of these in here are ones I got from the last order. Nope, never mind. This one came with it too. So basically, except for one of those, basically this here, for the most part, that pile, except for the P-Rep stickers right there, the big thick one, are all new stickers, even that sticker sheet, which is really cool. He sent me a lot of stickers this time, and I didn't ask, you know. I never do. They send you whatever stickers they just throw in the box. I can imagine how they do it. They just pick some out of the pile and toss it in. So that's about it. And if anybody wants some grip tape, slim and catchy, I have about 5 extra sheets of it. If you pay for shipping, you can have it. You know, which would probably be at about $1. So 5 sheets of this shit for $1. It's a great deal. Not trying to make money. It's just going to sit in my little box and waste away. So if you want it, let me know. As for that, I'm not looking to trade anything, so don't ask. I don't want to trade my red ones, even though I like the narrow ones. I don't want to trade my wides either. No. Actually, the only thing I am interested in is Y-Trucks X4. The Uniteds, which I think are the black base with the silver hanger, those are the only ones I'm interested in trading. So if somebody has a set of Y-Trucks, the X4s, I want the tool and the original hardware, and they can't be fucked up. They got to be in almost perfect condition because these are brand new. I've never, you know, I've never did any grinds on the trucks. I did like 3 slides on the deck, and that was it. Just because I couldn't land on the trucks very well when I was doing the kickflip. I was trying to do a nose grind, it ended up in a nose slide. So if somebody wants to trade for these, I would take a set of black and silver Y-Trucks, the X4s, not the X3s. They have to be wide. I want it to match the deck. Or any kind of blue Y-Trucks that would match this deck, but they can't be all scratched up. This is pretty much just for show at this point. I will eventually use this deck when this one's worn out. So if someone wants to trade, they don't have to be perfect Y-Trucks. They can't be all scratched up, marred up, and stripped out, and, you know, pretty much a new Y-Trucks I would trade for. Even though these are worth more, definitely worth more. I still would like to trade. I also have a set of brand new Super Silvers that I've never taken out of the box. They're wides, the 32s. They have the regular bushings though, that I'll trade for. Or I'll trade for the white ones. If you have a set that are a little used of the Y-Trucks, I'll trade for those. For these ones, these are the white base, and they really have no use. Like I said, they're only 20 days old. They've only been on one setup, so it's not like I've been taking them on and off and stripping out the holes like most idiots do. Once they go on the Black Rivers, they usually stay on the setup. I haven't even really scratched off the paint on the base, maybe a few little marks, and the hanger's still pretty much perfectly smooth. And it has the TKY bushings. But if you really want to trade and have the other bushings, the white bushings, I'll throw them in, or you can trade for the Super Silvers. Just shoot me a message, or comment on the thing and let me know what you have, and maybe I'll trade. Don't get your hopes up, because if it's all, I want to see pictures first, and you send first. I'm not an idiot. And no, I'm not going to sell them. Don't ask me to sell them, because I have no reason to sell them, and you have no reason to buy them from me. I'm not going to sell them for less than what I got them for, and you can just order them off the Flatface site. That's it. I'm done.